I was thinking the other day about how crazy it is that, like, the properties that Carl Urban that like is in, like his
brand.
Well, like in The Boys and Lord of the Rings and Marvel, and like he just has really. The guy I feel like is pretty set.
Yeah,
like on royalties.
It's like,
and
The Boys is probably obviously the most main character out of all of them. He's been able to get out of, like, I guess, multiple things. I mean, because he was Dredd.
Yeah, he was Dredd. He was a good Dredd too. I would actually like them to continue that. They're not going to though.
No.
Is he in Riddick?
He might be. That's kind of
yeah. He's in fucking
and then those three movies. That's kind of a who's who of like action heroes.
Yeah, I forgot. He's like our main villain. He's the one hunting.
Is he?
In the second one? Yeah, he's
in Chronicles.
Yeah, he's hunting down Riddick.
I do not remember that.
He's like the general of the evil army. That movie's sick. I love that movie actually. I don't give a shit. That is a hill I'll die on.
I mean, it's probably not a good movie, but it's probably a fun movie.
I don't know. I would love.
I can tell you right now, it's not a good movie.
Why? The first Riddick and the third Riddick.
Pitch Black. Pitch Black's so much better than Chronicles.
I don't think so.
Pitch Black actually has like a theme to it. Chronicles is just like, we're just space.
It does an absolute awesome job of lore building in one movie without anything before or after, really. That's a really cool sci-fi world that they create in that movie.
You got to eat the carrot a lot, though. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's probably not a good movie, but it's probably a fun movie.
Okay, real quick.
5.5.
Yeah? Okay.
And Pitch Black is 6.1.
Okay. I'm going to say... So what'd you say for Chronicles?
Chronicles is a 5.5.
I'm going to say 6.2. If I could learn to type... Okay. 2004. Okay, so that's... 6.6!
Damn, really?
Yeah. And what's the... Oh, Pitch Black.
I said 6.1.
Pitch Black just feels like a real, like, made-for-sci-fi movie. Oh, there you go. That has a 7.0.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember being that good.
It's pretty good, actually, because it's tense. It's like a weird thriller horror as well.
Well, no, but then in the Pitch Black 2.
Oh, Riddick?
Yeah, where it's just now it's water instead of the moon or whatever.
Riddick is definitely not a good one out of
that one's not. It's like it's way more polished than Riddick. I mean, Pitch Black just because it's so much newer, but it's not interesting.
All right. We're running short on time, but really quick, Metacritic Chronicles of Riddick, real quick.
I already did.
Oh, it's Metacritic.
Oh, Metacritic. Sorry.
Yeah.
Metacritic. You based on 34 critic reviews has a 38.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of them, majority of them are mixed though, which I'm like, I can go with that. Yeah. Anyways, this is Tommy.
This is Jake. This is Tommy and Jacob's mixtape.
Welcome back, everyone. This is TJ's mixtape. I'm Tommy. That's Jacob. We're a movie review podcast.
I'm a pizza. That's where my brain's at right now.
I had one. It was a Dylan Moran.
My spoon is too big.
Dylan Moran joke. You totally derailed me.
We're a movie review podcast.
We talk about movies, who's in them, who made them, all that stuff. Give an arbitrary rating at the end just to kind of pull a bullet in it. But I did it again. But before we do that, we always play a game. At the end of each episode, we randomly select or generate 2 stars and connect them via co-stars. If you want to play in the comments, you can do that. At the end of this episode, we'll randomly generate again for next week.
Indeed.
Our 2 stars were Woody Harrelson to Viola Davis.
Yeah.
You just did it. What's yours?
I think I took the easy way out.
What'd you do?
I did Woody Harrelson in Zombieland with Emma Stone, who's in The Help with
That's what I did. That's the first time I feel like we did.
That's the exact same one?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, I had 3.
Yeah, for your first one?
My very first one was Woody Harrelson in Zombieland 2 with Rosario Dawson, and Sin City with Bruce Willis, and then Bruce Willis is in Fifth Element with Chris Tucker, and then Chris Tucker is in Air with Viola Davis.
Man, yeah, that's a lot of extra steps. Well, then what was your cop out? That
Woody Harrelson in Zombieland with Jesse Eisenberg. Jesse Eisenberg in Dawn of Justice or Batman vs Superman.
Oh yeah, okay.
To Ben Affleck too.
Yeah. I got you.
I was trying not. Yeah. And then we were just sitting here, and I just saw all the people I had. And I went, oh, there's actually a real straight through line.
Very quick one.
Yeah.
Very, very fast one. Yeah.
So yeah, at the end of the episode, we'll randomly generate 2 other people from connectthestars.xyz, which is the site we use. Really cool one. We're a big fan of it. And yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah. So this week,
we are
from the through line of the writers last week.
Yes. One of his favorite comedies growing up as a kid last week. One of my favorite comedies growing up. 2002's Big Trouble.
And I can see why you really like this movie. But really quick, your synopsis real quick.
Oh, this movie's actually kind of hard. I was trying to describe it.
Yeah.
I
don't, as I was watching it, I was like, I don't know what is this movie?
I was like trying to describe it to my partner to see if she would like want to watch it with me. And and I just went on IMDb and I was like, what? How do they... I wrote 2 criminals get their hands on a bomb because I was like, that's kind of the most through line thing.
Yeah, 100%. Yes.
Weirdly.
Like, our main character really isn't...
He's
not
really even in it that much, actually. In hindsight, I'm like, there's a shit ton of people in this movie, but no one's really in it for very long.
The most screen time's got to be the 2 criminals.
And maybe Jason Lee.
Yeah.
But Jason Lee doesn't say anything. Most of the movie is completely quiet. Which I honestly, in like retrospect, I'm like, it's kind of a wasted thing. Jason Lee not talking.
Dude, for real. Yeah.
Like, he's like one of the best things in Dogma. Like, as his monologues.
Dude, in Mallrats.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. It's a very strange. But yeah, so this is a big... Here, and I'm going to cop out and do the IMDb one.
Just to get a better idea. Yeah.
Because it just sounds more...
like
put together.
Like a movie? I don't know.
Yeah, more like a movie.
But not the movie.
The lives of several Miami denizens, from ad agents to gun runners, to street thugs to law enforcement to school children, intersect with humorous and dangerous results.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's actually a really good way to put it.
Yeah. I do not have the intelligence to have come up with that statement. So, 2 criminals get bomb.
Big bomb.
Big bomb.
Bomb go boom. So do you still enjoy it?
Yeah, I actually do.
The nostalgia is still there for you?
Not even yes, but also I was really trying to look at it from the critic way that we always try to put our head in. I still think that the writing is really I think it's a good example of learning funny dialogue writing.
Yeah.
Like if you were like, oh, I want to write a screenplay that's like this is a good person to go to. Like,
a lot of quick one-lines that don't really detract, and it's like Janeane Garofalo's just sharp as hell in this
It's
movie.
not super clever, but it's smart. You know, like it's really quick and fast-paced. And
well, okay, I did enjoy it. I don't think it's definitely... It wasn't anything groundbreaking.
No.
Yeah.
That does. I really don't think it doesn't reinvent the wheel.
I was having a really hard time getting into it, but then once like the events started really picking up, and it was like the actual, I feel like, story happened. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, yeah.
The first 40 minutes, there's not really a story.
Yeah, it's setting everything up.
The joke, the final punchline.
But like the weird thing that I kept seeing that this is being marked as a parody, and I'm like, this is a farce. This isn't... What is it? It's not parodying anything.
Well, for those that may not know, what is the technical difference between a parody and a farce? I mean, I just for the listeners.
Let's see if I can properly explain it. Well, a farce is a lot more like mistaken identity and slapstick humor and like exits and entrances type thing, like Scooby-Doo type shenanigans, you know? While a parody is taking a property and making fun of it. Austin Powers is a parody of James Bond.
So a parody imitates an existing world genre or person to mock or comment on it.
Yeah.
A farce relies on chaotic physical comedy, mistaken identities, and absurdly improbable situations purely to make the audience laugh. Okay.
Yes, this movie is a farce.
Yes, this movie is a farce.
100%. It was when you said that you really liked this movie, that was one of your favorites when you were a kid. Like, again, like how you were realizing with me in the buddy comedies, you are really big into farces, you know, like The Birdcage.
Get Shorty.
Get Shorty, yeah. Analyze this, analyze that.
Well, and it's interesting too. I was kind of this movie, especially, when we do these ones that we loved when we were younger and looking back on them, it is fun to see the evolution of yourself.
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
see your reflection, and it's like I could see too. Remembered as a kid laughing at a lot the physicality of this, and now as an adult, it was the dialogue, which I thought was so funny because there's just these little one-liners, like when the Stanley Tucci walks in with the cigar and sees Martha Stewart's like, oh, she looks like she has nice feet, it was so gross. It's like I didn't really get that as a kid, like because I didn't really know what a foot fetish was.
Yeah. Even though he clearly was like with his first introduction with Sofia Vergara.
But that's also the physical part, and then there's the dialogue part. And I was like, I really like I just thought the writing for this was really funny and just
it's quick.
Yeah, and it's like and the same thing with Get Shorty and
But it's also I feel like it's quick, but it's also and a big thing with our two writers,
from last week,
Robert Ramsey and Matthew Stone, they can like write a good like rubric and just kind of like let the actors do their own thing as well,
Yeah.
So I guess with all of that, let's get into the nitty gritty, and then like we'll get into the reviews and whatnot. So this came out.
So this is
in
a
2002.
Wild,
this is
a
crazy.
wild timeline. Yeah, this came out in 2002. It was finished production in 2000.
Yeah.
Then 2001 happened.
It was supposed to come out the week. Of
the
then 9/11 attacks.
Certain event happened in 2001.
Really quick, the bomb that the nuclear bomb that they have in this movie, they take through airport customs.
Yeah, because this is before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like when they started going through the airport with the bomb, I was like, I paused it. I was like, when the fuck? What? And I had to like look. I'm like, there's no way.
I found this timeline fucking wild.
Yeah.
Because finished in 2000, and then 2001 happened. 9/11 happened, and then they decided, you know what? It's been roughly a year. I think they can handle it.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? Like, what?
I get the not wanting to like go and reshoot an entire ending, like of the airport.
The majority of the movie.
Yeah. Like the last 20 to 30 minutes is them going is like
probably a huge part of their budget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and like, obviously they didn't release it the week of the attacks because they felt it to be insensitive to what had just happened.
For context, if you haven't seen this and you're listening, the final thing does take place at an airport, but then they get the bomb
onto a plane,
and
they're hijacking
the plane, and it's just like, this is wild, never forgets. Like, but it's like I don't know. Even though it was like less than a year, and they went, nah, it's fine.
Oh, I mean, okay. It was it needed to get released at some point, I guess. I don't know.
Or shelf it forever. Just be like this weird.
It came out April 5th. Not even a full year. April 5th, 2002. It's September.
Yeah.
Like, the year anniversary hadn't even happened yet.
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy.
Well, and it was also a box office bomb.
That's probably why. That's what I mean. Like, that's crazy for them to go. Like, this is something like I could see the studio, because of all the names in it, thinking that it's like there's no way this went well. The only way it would go well is if you shelved it forever and then you released it a decade later as like, oh, like we had this movie, but because and as a studio we felt it was inappropriate. Now we feel like it's a time, or it's like backed by Tim Allen and he's like, hey, I really want this movie to come out.
It's also not one of Tim Allen's best performances either.
No, but again, he's not really in it.
Yeah.
Like the most.
Okay, okay. So this was based off of a novel,
Big Trouble by Dave Barry, who I really want to check out the writing of now, because if this is,
well, he has that weird documentary of like how to be not how to be a guy, but something about being a dude, being a man, but like not like it seems like a farce, or a satire type thing. But I just find this was his first novel too. And Dave Barry wrote for the Miami Herald. Yeah. And Elliot, our main character, gets fired from the Miami Herald.
You write what you know? I don't know.
It's just very clear how I'm like, oh, Elliot is Dave Barry. Like, he is our vehicle. He is writing this weird hero story for himself. Yeah. Like, and because even like Elliot in this movie, he has really no proper faults or anything,
Yeah, I mean, but we don't. It's also like he's not proper faulted, but he's also not really the only thing.
No one's interesting in this movie, really.
No, that's the thing. Everyone is just their typecast character, their stock character.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
I don't know. It was very interesting to kind of just like make that acknowledgement, because as much as like Matthew Stone and Robert Ramsey, adapted this, novel, however so they did. It's just like I was like, oh wow, this weirdly feels very masturbatory for the novelist.
Yeah, but it's like so many of them do it,
Well, I think that I feel like it's a thing that doesn't happen as much anymore.
No, I don't think anymore. But that's period. Yeah, that's kind of what it was.
And I was like, meh. But okay, but this is also just directed by Barry Sonnenfeld, who we've done with Wild Wild West, Addams Family Values. He also directed the first Addams Family, Men in Black 1, 2, and 3. I didn't know he did all 3.
I didn't either. That feels weird because they feel so drastically different.
Yeah, and also I feel like we would have noticed. I feel like we probably did bring it up on those other episodes.
Probably. Because then I also remember because at some point Danny Elfman stopped doing the music, and that was a big tonal shift from it. Like there's just things.
I think the writers on it are the ones that shifted the most, and that can change the tone a lot as well.
Like it's like what, there are 4 Men in Black. The only one really worth rewatching, in my opinion, is the first one.
I like the trilogy. I actually kind of like the third one.
Yeah,
I like the time travel thing.
I don't like the villain, but it's one of those. They started off with like the best villain, and then they kind of just. They became.
It's weird. It's like I like Men in Black 3 more so because of the
father element.
Yeah, obviously. Shocker, Imagine that. All right. So yeah, let's. All right. For starring in this film.
Oh, actually, I was just gonna do this. Are
you just gonna read it
on the poster?
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Do it.
These people are in big trouble, is what it says. Tim Allen, Zooey Deschanel, Omar Epps, Dennis Forano, Bill.
This is a weird.
It's a weird order.
Weird order. Yeah.
Ben Foster, Joanne. How do you say her name?
Janeane Garofalo.
Garofalo. Johnny Knoxville, Jason Lee, Dwight Heavy D. Myers, Rene Russo, Tom Sizemore, Stanley Tucci, Sofia Vergara, Patrick Wahlberg, and last but not least, Psychedelic Toad.
Is that true? Is that a real thing? The toad squirting that like hallucinogenic shit in someone's face? I tried to look it up and I couldn't find it. I looked up that some toads do have glands behind their eyes to like.
I thought licking toads could get you high.
That's a
thing.
That's a what is it called? A old wives' tale or whatever. I tried to look up the toad's eye squirting hallucinogenics, and all I got is that some toads do have glands in their eyes that they can secrete something to detract predators.
Only one specific species will get you high, and licking it is highly dangerous. The Colorado river toad, also known as Sonora desert toad, is the only animal known to secrete the highly potent psychedelic compounds from its skin glands.
And you probably got a terrified to do that. Well, it's a toad, just touch it. And be like,
oh, God! Also, specific, licking toads makes you sick, not high.
Nice. But yeah.
You basically die before you got any psychedelic effects.
That's funny. That's really funny. This movie, yeah, just like there's such a huge cast in it. So like the screen time is really trying to be like divided equally. This is more of a movie of like, whose storyline are you following and enjoying, while it all wraps up around Stanley Tucci's character? I want to stop talking because I'm about to get into review stuff. You want to do reviews?
Sure.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, this has got a 6.4 on IMDb, a 48% tomato meter, and a 54% popcorn. And I'm really curious, out of your reviews, how many of them bring up the fact that it was way too close to 9/11?
Not really a lot.
That's cool. I actually like that.
So this is
I was worried about that, I should say.
This has a 47 mixed average, with an 11 positive, 14 mixed, and 7 negative. At the Washington Post. No, wait, no, that's not the one. Well, there's 2.
Oh, whoa,
interesting.
Whoa.
By Stephen Hunter at the Washington Post, who gave it an 80. This is, after all, the kind of movie in which traffic accidents not only mess up gateways, but also liberate goats to wander through the airport. We need more of that stuff.
Okay. Sure. Was that a goat?
They're actually, like, I think my favorite right now, the Hitmen. I really, just in this, they're like the most they're the Hitmen, but they're most grounded in like a reality that's not Florida.
Yeah.
You know, that's like the joke is that they're these outsiders of Florida and everyone else in Florida just kind of goes with it. And they're like, what is happening? Another positive by Connie Ogle at Miami Herald, who gave it a 75. Timing is key in a comedy like this. And Sonnenfeld keeps everyone and everything clicking. The pacing is swift and the laughs are steady. I did think that was important for a big ensemble cast like this. Is the pacing's good. It's like it gets through its beats.
Did you notice in the special features that there was a 7.5 minute cut of it?
Like you can watch the movie in 7.5 minutes.
They cut the movie up. Like it cut out a bunch of shit, and it's only 7.5 minutes.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
What happens?
The movie in 7.5 minutes.
So like, okay, I gotta watch
Like not
it.
like if I fast forward or anything.
They just took skit, and then just put it together.
They're just like the big bullet point type thing. Boom, 7.5 minutes.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, but I don't think if you haven't seen the movie,
it may not
fully make sense.
Interesting.
Yeah.
With a mix,
it was like a highlight reel.
Interesting. With a mixed review from Jonathan Foreman, who gave it a 50 from New York Post. There are some decent jokes along the way, and none of the performances are bad, but they are limited by the script, which allows each character only one comic note.
Actually, that one really, yeah.
What we were kind of talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Another mix with another 50. A lot of the mix are just 50s, which I thought was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
They're just like right in the middle there. By Scott Tobias at AV Club. It's a tribute to the film's goofy, inconsequential charm that it's still possible to laugh as someone sneaks a bomb past airport security. That was the one. That was the one that actually felt like it was bringing up like, da, 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 da. And again, these are all I didn't go through and read all.
Never forget.
I didn't go read all of them,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that was the one that popped through. And then at New Times LA by Robert Winotsky, who gave it a 20 for the negative, feels like an in-joke. A party where everyone on the screen's having a better time than anyone in the theater, and they all couldn't care less. And that's just no fun at all.
Dude, I really like that one actually. Is that your last one?
Mm-hmm.
When it ended and as it was going through and like it was like trying to make this point of like finding your your duo or whatever, to people come in pairs to important type thing. You do not his like narration, Tim Allen's narration. I was there like, was that the point of this? What was the point of like what was and it's like what the theme of the film? I was just like, wait, so what were we trying to say in this film? And not like in a book way, like, oh, this is like trying to like make a commentary and blah blah. I don't know what it was trying to just say.
I don't think that's the thing is like this style of humor. I don't really think it's trying to say much of anything.
Well, even farces have like a little bit of like a commentary on like of relationships or a commentary on. Or like a husband and wife relationship, or commentary on father son.
The commentary is Florida is wild.
Maybe, possibly, and then and it was kind of making me think, and I realized that there is like a little bit of like a cleverness of like everyone's kind of a pair in this film.
Mm-hmm.
You have the only like you get like Tim Allen and Rene Russo's. Excuse me. Oh, that was really just slowly build of gas. Yeah. Tim Allen and Rene Russo's characters who kind of become a pair, even though she's still married to Stanley Tucci. You have the two friends, and Zooey Deschanel kind of becomes the pair with Ben Foster. The cops, the FBI agents, the two Russians, the two criminals. The outlier. Oh, and then like Jason Lee and then Sofia Vergara, who are the kind of outliers who find themselves type thing. And I was like, okay, well, there's like an idea of that. So I guess, that is what in the craziest of circumstances you will find your pair, your other or something. And I was like, sure. Because like I feel like it's just like there was no arc in this. It's a fun farce, and I will say that it is a very fun farce once the farce gets set up. And the most common place, and the reason why I say Stanley Tucci is like the only outlier of like he doesn't have a duo, which is kind of like he's weirdly
he's the villain.
He is kind of the main.
It's because of him that everything kind of goes awry.
And like at one point, everybody is at his place, like all of except for like the Russians, more
and
or
the
less.
FBI agents, no, because
The FBI agents come by.
Rescue,
yeah,
it's true.
So that's kind of like our inciting action is like in that moment is in that spot, and it is just kind of wild how. It's like I really like I really enjoy it's the not mistaken identity, but like when Ben Foster runs up with the gun with a squirt gun.
Well, that's the thing. It does that almost. It's like it does that rule of 3 thing. Not every time, but it does the repetition thing, which I saw a couple of critics talking about how annoying that was, basically. And I was like, well, that's again, that's the style of the humor is the reputation, and the saying the things over and over again.
Yeah.
Like even the Russians being like, what, this bar, this bar. They kept saying that. That was their like only.
Oh, no, it's a bad location.
Yeah, like that. They always had these little things they would say.
No customers. Bad location.
Bad location. This bar. And there's just like a lot of that, And I kind of feel like that.
Or even the goats.
Yeah,
I just they got me because I do remember the trailer for this film, and one of the big moments in the trailer was the goat over the car, and then Patrick Warburton. Was that a goat?
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then he also gets another pair. He gets another like partner.
Yeah, a pair. You mean?
Yeah.
That was a pair. That was a big pair.
Well, and also Andy the rule of 3, like the radio thing with the Gator fan. I'm a Gator fan, and you said I ain't got the balls to call, and then they end stuck on a flight with the Gator fans. It's just like
it's like the 2 criminals, and even like Johnny Knoxville, he ends up finding another buddy that likes his immature humor.
Yeah.
And the weird one is Andy Richter playing twins, unbeknownst. He's the drunk security guard.
Yeah. And then the TSA guy. Yeah. Strip search. Well, that's what I mean. It's like, I find like, I don't know, let's say like Mystery Men or Zoolander or something like that, that kind of comedy where it's very quotable, but they're very almost loud quotes, like Mugatu, let's just as an example. It's very quotable in Zoolander, but it's Will Ferrell screaming most of the time. But this one is like the
crazy pills.
Yeah, or like, what is this? A center for ants, like that whole thing. But
it must be at least 3 times larger.
He's absolutely right. So it's like that that's very that kind of humor. But this one is like they're robbing the bar and they're wearing black pantyhose so they can't see anything. And he's like feeling his way. He gets to the cash register and he's like, pull out the money. And Johnny Knoxville goes, which one? This one or this one? And it's like that's such a simple little gag.
Side gag, yeah.
Yeah, but it's like it's not gonna make you bust out laughing, but it is.
It's gonna make you chuckle.
Yeah,
that's funny.
It's just full chuckles, or even like one of my favorite. Actually, this time around watching it, one of my favorite interactions is the hitman at the restaurant with that kind of reoccurring jerk that we keep getting throughout the movie.
Yeah.
Where they're at the restaurant, they're smoking cigars, and he's like, there is no rule that says we can't smoke here. And he's like, I'm not talking. His whole demeanor in that scene of saying, I'm not talking about rules. I'm talking about common courtesy and being polite. There's no rule that says I can't come over and fart on your entree, but I don't do it because it's not polite. And that entire interaction, I was like, this is really funny. This is really like written. And again, it's not entirely super clever, but it's smart and just feels good to be like witnessing it.
Or then it's like even that guy, the larger bald guy, who's kind of like the butt of a joke through. Yeah, and he's a solo act through this as well, which is the thing. When Rene Russo and Tim Allen are making out and whatnot, and he comes back in for his jacket, and he's like, "Room for another."
He gets all offended, and then he's like, no harm in asking. You know, like I found this like the dialogue in this just really enjoyable to be like present too.
Oh, and it's like and the dialogue I will say as well, like it really fits in its lane. It knows what it's doing. It knows that it's not trying to be anything more. It knows it's being comedic.
Yeah.
And
or it's like the FBI agents and like him having all this weird knowledge. Travel Channel.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, all the weird knowledge and also their like super secret code. Like have you ever heard of police code, blah, 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 or whatever?
-04 or whatever.
-04, that's right, -04. Also, did you notice that one of the FBI agents, the bigger one, Heavy D,
he was in Life. Yeah.
Yeah, he was the one
digging the
graves.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was like, oh, look at that. I forgot he was in this. It's kind of hard to remember everybody that's in
Yeah. I was just so blown away. I saw Ben Foster. I was like, what? Ben Foster? And DJ Qual. I was like, what? And then,
Ben Foster is a very interesting career to like deep dive into.
He really is.
Because he's also just he's a really incredible actor. Not so much in this because he's so young, but as he got older, you know.
You know where he started? Disney Channel.
Really?
Yeah.
As what?
Flash forward. It's him and remember the mechanic in Firefly?
Mm-hmm.
Him and her are like best friends, neighbors, and it's like just kind of like them as, you know, middle school teenagers learning how they fall in love type thing. Yeah. I really liked the show when I was a kid. It only had like a season or two.
I always think of Ben Foster. I always think of I think of 3. I think 30 Days of Night.
That was my other one. That's
3:10 to Yuma.
Much I haven't seen, so yeah.
He's Russell Crowe's like right hand man, and he's like,
is he fucking psycho?
Yeah, he's a you know, like an outlaw, and he's just, but he also does this kind of twangy thing, like really like back here in the back of the throat. And what was he? Oh, and then Hostage with Bruce Willis.
Is that Hostage or Hostel? Oh, it's Hostage. Yeah,
Hostage. Is it Hostage? Yeah,
that movie's sick with the Molotov cocktails.
Yeah, that movie's sick.
I also go to Alpha Dog.
I forgot he's in that. Yeah.
He's the reformed.
I can't watch that movie. That movie bums me the fuck out.
It is a bummer of a movie.
It's really depressing.
And then also X3.
Oh, Angel. The fuck is he in X3? Right.
Oh, yeah. I was really excited for him to be Angel.
Well, yeah, because introducing Angel would have been cool, but they didn't do a cool Angel.
No, they didn't.
And then they kind of put him into Apocalypse for a hot second, and again didn't really do anything with him. Where you're like, that's like one of the big storylines of the Apocalypse through line is Angel turning.
Yeah.
But okay, we're just not really gonna.
No, he's just gonna be one of the 4 horsemen.
Like no real character development on him whatsoever. Was that Ben Foster too?
No,
he's only in the. Okay. Yeah. Dude, I'm sorry, but for like a giant IP like that, X-Men has been so poorly handled. It's just every time it comes up, it blows my mind because it's like it's still made so much money, but you could have made them pretty fucking cool, and you really dropped the ball on most of them.
It's like they have these weird ups and downs because like X1 and X2 are really
X2
good.
is awesome.
X3 is garbage, and then I will say the reboots. You know,
some of them are
First
cool.
Class, Days of Future Past.
I enjoy Apocalypse. It's not very good though, but it's like a fun.
First Class and Days of Future Past are, I think, really great movies.
Days of Future Past is sick.
Yeah, and what's the one after Days of Future Past?
I don't like First Class very much.
First Class does a really good job setting up 4 Days of Future Past.
Yeah. But I mean, my only thing about that one too is I just think Michael
Fassbender and James McAvoy
as the young versions was, I think, a really good stroke.
I can't remember what was after Days of Future Past though.
I mean, there's Phoenix.
I mean, like directly after it.
Oh, I don't know.
Was it Apocalypse?
I think so, right?
Oh, fuck.
Well, no, because Apocalypse is how he goes bald.
So it is Apocalypse.
So wouldn't it be First Class, Apocalypse, then Days of Future Past?
No. Because he's not bald in Days of Future
Past. Is
he not? He's
right, but he's using like a power suppressant thing, right?
Yeah.
Right.
All right, that was a fun tangent. Yeah, I really don't know what else to say about this movie though.
What are we at?
We're like 34.
It could just be a short episode.
It could really be, because I mean it was a really fun farce. It's definitely just like where the characters end up is kind of fun. It's a lot of sight gags.
Well, and it's just like the thing too, you know. It's like where Stanley Tucci
and it's rated PG-13, which I found interesting because
It's very. Oh, you mean the fact that they're not swearing a lot?
Yeah. There was like a really
nudity.
like I was really thinking about like this era and like that's probably why it was also a box office bomb. Is that nobody's like, oh, it's not going to be risky or anything. It's going to be very childish because it's PG-13.
When did Get Shorty come out?
1995.
Okay, that makes more sense. This does feel more like a 90s movie, not really a 2000s movie.
Yeah.
And the humor and the PG-13 thing, because I was like, no, like clean comedy, Rush Hour, it was 98, 99, 98, something like that.
Yeah, late 90s.
It's very clean.
Mm-hmm. But it's rated R because of the violence.
Who is?
Rush Hour.
No, it's not.
Are you sure?
I don't know that, but I don't think there's nothing in it that would give it an R rating. I don't think. Yeah, PG-13.
It is? Okay.
Yeah. Like there's nothing, and also because I think at this time too, like I don't think Jackie Chan was really into doing like
that's
real
fair.
violence to people.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't. I didn't think he had I remember him having a thing about not killing people.
His whole style of fight choreography is based out of a clown, out of comedy in general.
I think now he's doing more.
Yeah, he's just like doing more. He would. I don't think he was supposed to do serious work, but if it was something he was producing and choreographing, he wanted it to be more attainable for all.
He didn't want to be It Man, like.
I guess a really quick thing is like it's interesting how we are presented with Elliot as our main character and our hero essentially towards the end of this because of like his arc of going onto the plane to stop the robbers. And
I think that they were just honestly, that's the thing. This movie doesn't feel like it was written for anyone. It was just written, and they're like, who at this moment needs a paycheck and might bring in a crowd.
Well, just like think it's me. I'm going back to the novelist, Dave Barry, where this is clearly a vehicle for Dave Barry's fantasies to be played out, where this really rich, awful man has this beautiful wife who she falls head over heels as soon as she sees him,
Yeah, but that's all the farce mentality. I just think it's easy to eat this carrot because of the world building that they do.
Well, even in farces, there's like a little bit like the woman at first would be reluctant and then find the charm. You'd have to charm her a little bit,
Well, but he kind of does. She walks in and then she finds him attractive, and then they have a little.
That's not charm. That's just
in this world, yes. In this Floridian, like that's really what it feels like. It feels like this is just because of the fact that you have the two outsiders that are the ones seeing everything going on and being very confused by it, while everyone else is just really like shruggy.
I will say one of my favorite scenes is when they're listening to the two hitmen are listening to the radio. And he's like, "Well, you said I wouldn't call. And I'm just proving to say
the Gator fan."
Yeah, the Gator fan. And the hitman just turns the radio off, just like I can't deal with this anymore. And then it cuts back to them, and his
friends telling
his
the
assistant
racist joke.
Is telling the racist joke, and he just looks at him, turns the radio back on, and it's just like, and then looks back at the radio, like, fuck.
That's just him in general. That he was just. I really enjoyed
his like slow growth of like annoyance of all of that.
He's just always like even then he's on the phone talking to whoever gave him the contract, and those guys come up like with the kind of vibe that they're gonna mug him or something, and he just pulls the pistol, and he's just like, "Not right now." It's just like he's just it's almost like he has a bad toothache, He's just kind of annoyed at everything a little bit. I don't know why. It's that's the thing too. It's like every time I've watched this movie, I find a new part that I really enjoyed. Like Stanley Tucci, really enjoyed him the first time, especially after the hallucinogenic and the dog turns into Martha Stewart. They're trying to steal his soul, and then you completely forget about him. And the last scene is him being chased by the dog pulling. And it's just like it's so silly. It's just silly. Florida. And even like the kid too, and he's like talking about the dad shooting him, and he's like, he doesn't have a gun. He's like, dude, this is Florida. The dad has a gun. Yeah, yeah, probably.
Yeah. Well, it's even like that whole like at the very beginning where that the kind of first inciting action is when the hitman goes to shoot and he actually shoots the TV, but Ben Foster has a squirt gun, and then when the cops show up, they're like, "Oh, it was just a squirt gun, whatever." And then all of a sudden, it's like, "Well, wait, there's a bullet in the TV. What's going on here?"
Well, then who shot the TV?
Yeah, the
bullet made for Cusco. Cusco's bullet. Or like, and that's like, or like that, like the second time the whole thing happens because the kids didn't learn their lesson, and then Tim Allen walks in and he goes, "Strip poker." Strip poker. That's a fun game. This is a stupid game. And he takes the squirt gun. And then Ben Foster just so deadpan, which he just does really well. Is like, I'm sorry, Dad, but only a complete idiot would take that for a real gun.
Yeah.
Like, and they're just both, and it's like, I love how they found two people. Zooey Deschanel, who also has that energy, and Ben Foster, and they're like, perfect.
Yeah.
This is what we're going to do.
Well, it's also ridiculous to like that moment of Andy Richter as the drunk security guard. It's clear that what he has in his pants is a squirt gun. And the fact that he still thinks it's a real gun and that,
Well, that's the drunk thing. Like, have you been drinking today, sir? Absolutely not.
And then that's like, there is a lot of Looney Tunes. Like,
well, it's even, and it's like, that's the thing. I think that's why I enjoyed the movie too. There's all these little things because, then he runs away, and then she said, the other detective cop lady says, go get him, Walter. And then he runs, but he runs almost like the T2.
Yeah. Patrick Warburton.
Yeah, so and it's like, it was like, and there was that thing that we were talking about. It's like the actors obviously were just kind of riffing and having a good time. No one said, hey, Patrick I mean, maybe they did, but those kind of things I always just give to the credit of the actor of at that time, 2002. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was probably like he made it some type of choice, and then they were like, "Do it again," but like
really lean into
what you're doing.
Yeah,
don't be afraid.
And it was just so funny too, because it's like, and he's just like,
well, it's even like after he gives the card to the hot woman or whatever, and then like,
let me drive.
He's like, let me.
And he plays like every sound possible on the cop car
because he's probably obviously never driven the car.
Yeah, or he's just like trying to make he's peacocking. He's trying to make as much lights and loud noises as possible. And it's just, I don't know. It's also, there's just certain people I'm just a sucker for, and Patrick's just one.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Like, I still, ever since we talked about doing this movie, I've been quoting him from Men in Black. This is a test. I can do this. He's just so funny. It's like, I really want to rewatch Tick.
You're gonna neuralize me.
You brought me to a public place so I wouldn't make a scene. You're making a scene. Get married, have a bunch of babies. Okay. He was the best Tick.
He was.
Oh, he was. I mean, the new Tick was pretty good, but he's so good. Yeah, I guess that's really it. It's just because that's what it is. It's one of those movies. It's just a collection of skits and bits.
Collection of bits with. I mean, there is the. I did find it amusing that I definitely felt the homage to Dr. Strangelove at the very end of it.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's actually the thing too. Is like the way, if you look at it from also like behind the lens kind of thing, the way it's shot's actually really fun too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a really creepy scene, but like when she hits him on top of the head with the crucifix, which is just funny.
Mm-hmm.
And then the way when she runs through the beads and that shot, the way they did that, which is, it was like, oh, that's a very, and then he's, I am the owner of this house. Let me suck your toes. And she's like, what the fuck? It's so gross. And then, but then the foreshadowing, then the next scene, she meets Jesus.
Yeah.
Who saves her. You know what I mean? So it's just like, there's like, dude, it's crazy. She doesn't look any different.
No, she doesn't. I don't know. It's wild.
Crazy.
I guess like one thing that I will like, that I have like a little, I'm now in retrospect thinking about is the escalation of this film and how there's the briefcase is kind of like a key thing.
Oh, the Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. The what's in the case type thing. And they keep saying like, looks like a garbage disposal.
Yeah, but that's that bit, or even the fact that it's so heavy, but then Puggy can carry, there's like these weird little bits that you just.
Well, I love also like when the robbers come into the bar and they're like, put your hands up, and they drops it, and both the Russians are like,
yeah. But that's like,
and which like, because we now know as an audience that it kind of know what it is. Puggy has no idea what it is. Mm-mm. But then the reveal of it actually being a bomb, and then the build up to it, to them being set in the airport, and it's kind of like Chekhov's gun thing. Is like, we've introduced this bomb. This bomb needs to blow up, but we've made this bomb into such a it's a nuclear bomb. We can't actually kill anybody, Mm-hmm. So, I mean, except for maybe our villain, who becomes kind of our main villain is this robber guy. But he's just so obsessed with the case and the money he's going to be able to get off the case that he won't let go of it.
Well, and it's also funny that when you finally do see the bomb, it does look like a garbage disposal.
Right? Yeah.
Which I thought was like, that's actually pretty funny.
A fun sight gag. Yeah.
Yeah, like, yeah. I was like, oh, they actually made it look
Because
like
a nuclear warhead looks like a garbage disposal. And at the very end where he is then, released from the airplane holding the bomb with last seconds, and we get our catharsis of the big boom because of the setup of the bomb as well. And it's the, big boom of the end of our story. And everybody gets arrested and, we have our catharsis and whatnot. But I was just thinking about that as, we do kind of get like, because in farces, everything kind of has to like, in a writing sense, build on top of itself. And I wasn't really seeing that in this. And I'm kind of seeing it a little bit more now. It's still not, I mean, it's a fine farce, but it's like, yeah.
I mean, I really do think that if you were to just take it from the weird thing to say, like an educational purpose, if you were like into filmmaking, I think it's a good building block for dialogue, for quick-witted dialogue. And then also it really, now that I'm retrospecting about it, the
ensemble.
Ensemble handling.
Yeah. And
then also, so three things: ensemble handling, quick, like kind of witty writing. Again, witty, I feel like is giving it a lot more credit, but I do think it's, it's fast talking, clever. That, and then what was the other thing? Oh, and then the comedic rule of threes. And again, some of the gags are 2 or 4, but that kind of general idea.
It's like each thing built on itself.
Well, it's like, like we meet the ad guy, the kind of the jerk guy, and we have that little gag, and then we have the gag at the restaurant, and then we have the final gag with the Hummer. It's like, boop, boop. You're getting a little mini story arc in that, and like him getting his comeuppance for being a douche.
Yeah.
Because he keeps being a douche to people. So.
And then we have the goats.
Yeah.
It's like the goats get released, but our first big joke with the goat is it flying over the car, and Patrick Warburton, was that a goat? And then we have our second one where it's like the hitmen, and just like multiple goats now are coming around.
And then on the runway.
And then on the runway, yeah.
Or even like, there's like, what were 2? Oh, and then like 2, just and like on the ensemble thing, there's like the scene where he says, I hope you don't give me a ticket. And Patrick Wahlberg's like, if I don't see him, I don't ride him. And he's actually sitting in the back with his eyes closed. If I don't see him, I don't ride, And I was like, that's kind of funny. But then even with the gag of like throwing the blind bandits stuff, and they keep dropping it. Like when he goes to do his wallet, he like Stanley Tucci kind of has like a like how are we gonna do this? And it's just like, it's such a simple, just little chuckle. It's just a little Tom Segura laugh.
All right, what do you want to give it?
Well, we gave Life a 3.5. I would say a 3, or 2.5, I guess, if you want to be like really stingy with it. But I think a 3 just because it's a farce movie that does it really well.
I'll give you the 3. I mean, personally, for me, it sits on a more of a 2.5. I mean, it was fine, it was fun, but you have the nostalgia. And
no, but that it shouldn't.
No. And like you are right with like, it's like the 3 things that would be good for like a film class type thing, like to analyze and really look at.
Yeah, do you actually like agree with that sentiment? Yeah. Okay. And then I think that is a very interesting point you brought up, is ensemble.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, and how to balance ensemble, and really, I feel like everyone has enough screen time where their purpose is used, their jokes are done, and that pretty much it, because there's really not much of a character arc to care about with any of these people.
Well, no, because then I was thinking about another movie,
because they're all one-dimensional.
Another movie that does it well is Love Actually. Like, if you're actually talking about from a standpoint of juggling the different storylines and intertwining them, the only problem is a lot of those stories just suck.
Yeah.
They're just not you're like, oh, it's so romantic. No, this is creepy as fuck. Like, this is not okay behavior, but it's romantic. No, you'd be calling the police.
She's stripping her clothes and jumping in after his pages, and he's just staring at her like an idiot.
Yeah, or he did the wedding video and only shot her. How romantic. Like, you're out of here. Imagine you're her.
And then she went out and kissed him to validate his feelings.
We should just watch like a rage bait. We should do a Love Actually, like like go to each one and break it down of just
man.
like.
The only kind of cute one is the kid. When Liam Neeson kind of like helping him through that.
Well, yeah, because that's also them working through the trauma of the dead wife.
Yeah.
I think after, and this is this after? Is this after his wife died? Or is this before?
Liam Neeson's?
Yeah.
Liam Neeson's wife passed away?
Yeah, she was doing she was like learning to ski for a movie or some kind of skiing accident.
What? I had no idea.
Yeah, she got a concussion and everyone didn't think much of it.
Oh no.
They didn't realize that she had a concussion. She went to her trailer or whatever and then
just
took a
never
nap
came
and
out.
then 2 hours later just...
That's why he pees himself.
I believe that was a little bit of an unnecessary comment. But apparently he still carries like... She was writing him like a love note about like, can't wait to see you, and then died, and he still carries it around in his wallet.
That's sweet.
Yeah, but I actually don't know if this is before or after.
I mean, that's fair.
Huh.
That was such a rude comment.
Yeah, it was. That's why
It was so funny.
I'm not acknowledging it.
So funny.
So we are getting into
Pride.
And if you've listened to us for a while, you know every now and then we do go into more of a queer film.
We have a lot of queer friends, and you know, we're part of the community in an ally kind of way.
So sometimes, you know, we like to do gay stuff. Queer themed movies. And so we each picked one. So for this coming up block, just so you know, it's one I haven't seen and that he hasn't seen, and we picked them. So the first one we're gonna do is Brokeback Mountain, because I've actually never seen it.
And it's a wonderful movie. Absolutely fantastic.
And then I have picked blue is the warmest color.
Okay, that is the one you wanted to
I
sell
wanted
on.
that one.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm gonna do so we're gonna do those two. Coming up,
And then we'll figure something else out, because that's also
think that we should
right around our vacation time, and we got to figure that out.
We gotta figure all that out. So let's do another Connect the Stars.
Connect the stars.
I feel like we just keep getting the same people. So the first one that came up, well, the one Danny Glover to Will Ferrell.
Excuse me. Yeah, I feel like we have done Will Ferrell.
Right? So should I get rid of Will Ferrell and try another one?
Yeah.
Danny Glover to Harrison Ford.
Sure. Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to play along, do it in the comments. So Danny Glover to Harrison Ford.
Have I seen Danny Glover in anything other than Lethal Weapon? The color purple.
Dear White People. Is that or no?
Oh
Sorry
no!
to bother you.
Sorry to bother you.
Yeah, sorry to bother you.
Yeah,
I mean, just the white voice bit.
Dude, have you seen that movie?
Yeah.
Okay. Because that movie has one of the weirdest endings out of any movie I've ever fucking seen.
Maybe not then. I don't remember the ending right now.
If you don't, you've never seen this movie.
Okay. Oh, what's the other one I wanted to watch? I wanted to watch Don't Clone Tyrone. Or
I can't. Yeah.
yeah, that one also looks really interesting.
Yeah, that sounds. Yeah. All right.
Follow us on Instagram, Facebook. That's where all of our posts are, where you can leave your comments.
Yeah, if you feel like you have something to say.
If you have something to say.
I mean, he's definitely not listening to this.
Yeah. On there's all of our Linktree stuff, so you can find out where send to your friends, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, all that kind of stuff. Self-produced podcast, so any recommendations or comments, we would love to read them, hear from you.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much everything. This is Tommy.
This is Jacob. Stanley and Jacob's mixtape. Laters, guys.
Laters.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.